For decades, people around the world have displayed a range of special powers and abilities. These powered beings came together and built superpowered cities to thrive in. My name is Angus, and I'm a journalist for the Daily Deposit. My partner Sal and I interview the citizens of Super City, investigating incidents and exploits, and helping where we can, holding the powerful accountable. Because heroes don't do paperwork.
I know this is a little gauche, maybe, but I got you for the Secret Santa today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's just, with all the kerfuffle that will soon come at the stat party, I just wanted to make sure I got to see your proper reaction to the gift I got you.
Okay.
And so I'm giving you the gift now, and I know that's not necessarily how it's done, but I just here you go. There, open it.
That's very sweet. This box here.
That box.
Okay. Okay. I'll open it. Okay. Very to Sal. Oh, sorry. Nope.
No. It says to Angus.
To Angus. From Sal.
Did I get the to and from mixed up?
No.
Okay.
It's actually I was thinking about, because I just wrote on a label today. I wrote to Sal from Angus because I got you in the
oh, no way.
Yeah,
wow.
In the gift exchange.
Almost didn't need to participate in this Secret Santa.
I know, right? But so actually I put yours under your desk. I was gonna surprise you, but I think if you want to pull it out now, try to keep it level when you pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
But I can open this one first. You seem really excited.
Yeah.
Open. Okay, this is a nice ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
This is well wrapped. You did a good job. A lot better.
I took a class.
You took a class on wrapping presents?
Yeah, like a master's class.
Oh wow! Who taught? So some kind of master rapper taught the class.
Exactly. It was Snoop Dogg.
Oh wow, that's a great. Honestly, I would I'd watch that class. That sounds like a good time. Okay. So it's a brown box. Pop this open. Oh wow!
It's walkie-talkies.
It's walkie-talkies. Sal, these are amazing. These are awesome.
They are.
And I can see you've already kind of personalized them a little bit.
I have. Look, I've already sort of painted one flesh tone, so you can just sort of incorporate it into your massive telecommunications equipment.
That's a really amazing gift.
And then this one, I made my favorite color beige, so I could just clip it on my lapel, and then we can always talk to each other.
It's funny because they're not that far apart in color. My backpack is kind of, I guess, maybe a slightly pinker version of beige.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
So this is definitely, but I can see that this one has an A on it. And you made it look like scar tissue, which is very. Did you take a painting class?
I took another master's class. Yes.
Oh wow! And I have to ask, who was teaching how to paint?
The ghost of Michelangelo.
Oh wow! The Ninja Turtle.
The very same.
Amazing. Okay, well, Sal, these are really sweet. I feel like should we test them out?
Sure. Okay. I'll go in the hallway.
Okay. Sal, this is Angus. Do you read me?
Angus, you need to say over when you're done talking. Over.
Okay, yeah, you're right, Sal. I should definitely end my statements with over. That's all I have to say. Over.
Copy that, Angus. Over.
Okay, you can go ahead and come back into the room and open up your gift. Over.
Copy that. On my way. Over. All
That's good range.
It is good range. It was able to go from this office to the hallway, which, is pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, try to keep yours open. Try to keep yours open.
I'm going to
try to keep yours level. Like I said, try to keep yours level. And just open that sucker up and let's see what we got.
An interesting approach to wrapping. I see that you've used newspaper.
Yes.
And it seems to be yesterday's newspaper.
Well, look a little closer, maybe at the stories that I chose to use.
Oh wow, you chose all my stories.
Yep.
I jumped to conclusions too early. This is my story from yesterday. The story before that, you made like a little article collage.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Thank you.
very endearing. I'm sad that I'm ripping into this.
No,
But
go for it. Tear it up. We
all
got
right.
more copies.
Wow. Wow. I can see why I needed to keep it level. Um,
Yes, because it is a ship in a bottle.
it is. And look at that. Look at that strong ballast keeping
Yep.
it upright. Wow. I do not know what to say.
Now I know the joy of building a ship in a bottle is kind of, the patience and meticulous work that goes into it, and
Of
kind of
course.
accomplishing that on your own. But I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I built it for you instead, and then I replaced the water with paint thinner that would
Hmm.
essentially wear down the glue, and eventually this ship will separate, and then you can rebuild it, kind of like a metaphor for our friendship and how it constantly dissolves and then comes back together.
I love it. It's almost like a sort of modern retelling of the ship of Theseus. You know,
Theseus, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
if you take two friends and their friendship
Hmm.
falls apart, and then
Hmm.
you rebuild that friendship, is it still the
Hmm.
same friendship?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
or are they the same people? Hard to say.
Exactly.
And this ship is a perfect metaphor for that. And you know what? Perhaps my favorite part about this is how it perfectly captures the whole concept of entropy, the slow deterioration of things. Um, wow, it's so thoughtful.
Sal, no one in my life reminds me about entropy and the fact that all things decay and we will all return to nothingness. No one reminds me of that more than you. Like you constantly bring it up. It seems to be this big it's certainly a theme in your writing.
Hmm.
um uh, how you sign off a lot of your articles.
So we
um
all die. Yep. No, that's my favorite sign off.
just, even a puff piece will end with, and don't forget that we will all one day return to nothingness.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to I wanted to incorporate that into your gift. I'm really glad we got each other in the gift exchange.
Yeah, you always get that one person who's just a little lazy and gets someone just like a box of chocolate.
Yeah, Frank.
Yeah, Frank.
Frank,
Yeah,
looking at you, Frank. He doesn't listen. He doesn't listen
he
to the
doesn't.
podcast.
Well, that's just it though. Like, there's always the person who doesn't listen. There's the person who maybe goes a little bit over the top,
Hmm.
and I'm looking at you, Teresa. Like, she just goes over the top. Gets that gift that is just a
Well,
little bit extra. You know.
yeah. Well, and she's always on those damn stilts.
Okay. Well, yes. I mean,
That's
to
but
call out the
that's
elephant in the room.
but that's of course
Also, to call out the elephant in the room, Peter.
Peter. Oh, good. Okay, I should probably get the show started off real quick. Hello, super citizens, and welcome to Heroes Don't Do Paperwork, the only podcast about events both big and small in Super
And
City
seasonal.
and seasonal. In Super City, I'm one of your hosts, Angus, joined as always by my co-host Sal.
Hello.
We're reporters in Super City, and we podcast and report on everything, including, as Sal mentioned, seasonal happenings. Of course, it's holiday season this time of year in Super City, and we were just
Happy
doing a little bit of a gift
Soupmas.
exchange.
Happy Soupmas,
Happy
everyone.
Supemas, yes, yep. Of course, the holiday celebrated on Super City, and I assume all other super cities amongst the world, where we really take a moment to appreciate um, people people with superpowers. We already do that most days of the year, but it
It's
doesn't
best to just
doesn't
have
hurt
a
to
day that's like singled out.
exactly for sure. Of course, we're gearing up for the holiday party here at the Daily Deposit, the newspaper we work at, and Sal and I just figured we'd put a bit of a podcast in the books before we did that party. So, Sal, are you working on anything right now? Any articles or stories or New Year's resolutions coming up?
I do have an article that
Oh, good.
actually just came up, and this is one that kind of follows with that whole dissecting how
Oh,
heroes aren't really heroic. Okay,
mm-hmm.
and so I've been working on my wordplay because that was your big suggestion to me. So get this: spectacles at spectacles. Local optometrist Spectickler recounts his story of a heroic encounter at his glasses shop.
Okay, this is good. This is good. Okay, there's a lot to dig into here. So, of course, the Spectickler, the
Spectickler is
optometrist,
the optometrist, yes. Dr.
yeah,
Spectickler.
and is a hero in their spare
Uh,
time.
yes. Well, Hero, more optometrist these days than Hero, but yes.
Sure, sure.
Um,
And
see,
that's a
now,
heroic job in and of itself, you know.
Spectickler, of course, having the superpower to warp the cornea of people he touches. Um,
And yet he still sells glasses.
well, he needs to. This is where it's not quite as heroic as you'd expect him to
I
be.
see. I
He
see.
warps the
Yeah.
corneas of those he touches, and then he sells them a pair of glasses to correct their vision.
Oh, I see. So it's not so okay. So this just sounds like a bad guy then. If someone shows up for their optometry appointment and he's like, you know what? He touches them and he's like, actually, things have gotten worse. You need to buy some glasses.
Right.
Wow.
And and so another hero came onto the scene. You know, they had the same sort of understanding that you did, that not everything was on the up and up. And so the
Hmm.
hero Magmosis, which is of course the hero that can metamorphosize into magma,
Not to be confused with Mag Moses, the
hero
superhero who
that
can
can
part
part
lava.
the Red Sea. Yes.
Yes. Magmosis, yes.
Magmosis, of course, came onto the scene, trying to stop Spectickler from
Hmm.
doing his nefarious deeds. Uh,
Hmm.
and, you know, at that point, I was actually, okay, great. A hero doing their job. No, he just, Spectickler cut him in on the action. Now Magmosis just melts down sand and silica to help make more glass for glasses.
So he came there to oppose it, and then instead got kind of wrapped up in the scheme.
Yeah. And
Well,
and this is the part that blew me away.
mhm.
Spectickler's bragging about this. This is a piece I wrote about, and he was recounting this whole thing to me. He was bragging about
Wow.
it. I
He
know.
well, he seems very proud. It's a big win for him optically. To take someone who's opposing him and to turn them into such a like a fierce ally. I feel like maybe this story will develop a bit more. Hopefully, your writing about it will bring light to this, and people will just stop going to
Yeah. You can't turn a
the
blind
spectacle.
eye to Spectickler.
Of course, of course. Wow. That's a really this is a
It's a
good
bit of a
story.
bummer.
It is a bit of a bummer, especially the title really made me think, at least as a reader, and so maybe this is something you wanna pull in there a bit. Was I thought it was going to be a fun, happy story about like
No.
spectacles. What was it? It was spectacles.
Spectacles at Specticklers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I thought because of that, I was like, oh, cool. Like, I thought we were going to get some kind of spectacle in the terms of like, like a circus act or acrobats, that kind of thing. But instead, it's just it's a
Spectacle in that the sheer audacity of it.
it's true. I suppose it is a bit of a spectacle of itself. You don't often see malicious behavior quite like that. So
Yeah.
it's very bespoke malicious behavior.
Well, that's what I've been working on. But what about yourself? Any holiday plans or maybe a New Year's resolution?
Well,
Uh,
so I had to. I was kind of scrambling a bit this morning. I actually had to rewrite. I had to rewrite one of my stories because Claire, our coworker Claire, clairvoyant,
oh yes, of
she
course.
saw the future and ripped my story off. So I had to rewrite this whole other story. So
Wow, she
yeah,
plagiarized work you hadn't even published
I
yet.
hadn't written it yet. Yeah,
That's a good way to
yeah. I
plagiarize,
imagine
because then
she's
she can claim it's her work.
exactly, and there's no way there's no proof that anyone could just accuse me of being like, well, you just saw someone who has future seeing powers and said that they wrote it's very complicated.
It really
So I
is.
just gave up. I gave up and I started writing a new story. Definitely not a fun guy. Judge Portobello sentences 148 jaywalkers to 1 year hard labor in the city's caffeine mines.
Wow.
So
Judge Portobello, you say?
yeah,
It's a
yes,
real hard
yes.
ass.
Yeah, well, and soft head. He's got that big mushroom cap
Mushroom cap, yeah.
with the judge's wig on top of it. And so I figured, it's something we do in Super City is we do a lot of wordplay about people's appearances.
Hmm.
And it's definitely not, it doesn't come off as mean-spirited here in Super
We
City.
only go
It's
after
totally
those with
fine.
a higher position of power.
Exactly. We try to punch up. This guy is a very it's a judge that has been really I think he's in the pocket. I think he's in the pocket of Mayor Hicks.
Of
That's
course,
just that's my guess. But he's very harsh on um some would say superficial or very minimal crimes like jaywalking. I mean, there aren't very many crosswalks in Super City.
there are.
So constantly, everyone jaywalks on a daily basis.
Mhm.
Sal, I know now. I know you don't
No,
believe in it, but
I
it takes you
I
longer to get
will
to work.
I will often go out of my way to use a proper crosswalk.
Hmm.
Sometimes that does mean a 30-minute detour, but
Yes.
look, I won't think less of someone who jaywalks,
Hmm.
but when the law comes down on you, that's you're just asking for it.
Exactly.
Now,
Now I oh sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I actually um, helped you do a little bit of digging on this. You called me
Hmm.
up for some
I did.
information, and it was rather interesting how most of the individuals that were tried in these cases of jaywalking were also recently outspoken against the mayor.
See, and I had see. I think this is the connection that we started drawing on, and yeah. So I think I don't know if they'd be considered like dissidents or something like that, but people absolutely outspoken against the mayor just so happened to be wrapped up, and in one massive trial, they were all in the same room together. 148 trials going on at the exact same time. Judge Portobello brings his mushroom hammer down. That's not what you're thinking. It's a little gavel. It's a
Not the
mushroom.
mushroom,
Not a
different
different.
mushroom hammer.
Yes. And on top of all that, I have to come to terms with, well, let's face it, my addiction to caffeine.
Yes.
Um, and I need to either give it up entirely or I need to start finding more ethically sourced caffeine.
It should be noted that all caffeine sourced in Super City is not fair trade.
No, most of
No,
it comes from the caffeine mines.
the caffeine mines.
It's
I'm,
there's a big deposit under Super City of crystallized caffeine,
and we're not
and
even talking about coffee necessarily. We're talking
no,
about the
no,
caffeine that ends up in all products, whether it be sodas
vitamins,
or energy
sodas.
drinks. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Which is tough on me.
Hmm.
It's been tough.
It has been tough on you. This has really been hard on you.
It's really been hard on me when you think about it. I have to maybe consider giving up caffeine for a bit, and of course, 148 people have been sentenced to 1 year hard labor in the caffeine mines.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a bad place
so
to work. You don't want to end up with energized lung.
no, no, they they constantly work hard, and it's bad. So I think us covering this story is the kind of thing we need to be doing more of in this year moving forward.
Right. Bringing light to the injustices of the mayor.
Exactly.
Oh,
Speaking
hold on.
truth. Oh,
Just just saw Steve walk by.
oh, the newer guy. Oh,
The newer
yeah,
guy that came by when the PR person from the mayor's office also was on the show.
yeah. I didn't. I haven't gotten a good read on Steve. Like unlike a lot of our other coworkers. Okay, Claire sees the future. Peter's an elephant. The lady on stilts who always tries to go above and beyond
Lisa
everybody else. Lisa, yes. All these things. Of course, Ed Del Toro, our centaur. No, sorry,
Minotaur.
Minotaur. My
Mhm.
apologies,
Sorry to
Minotaur.
the Centaur community.
Of course, our hearts go out to you this season. Ed Del Toro, our Minotaur editor. We've got a lot of fun characters here in the office, and Steve, though,
He just
I can't.
talks into his lapel a lot.
Yeah, he talks to his lapel a lot. He
Touches
always
his ear.
he's always wearing dark sunglasses, black suit, black tie, white shirt. Very, I don't know, just very like I don't know, stiff.
I get the feeling he eavesdrops a lot. He looks like an eavesdropper.
I didn't want to say it, but like every time I come out of the bathroom, he's kind of skulking nearby. I don't know if you've noticed
Might
that.
just be a pervert.
You're right. You're right. He could just be a pervert, but I think we should keep our minds open to any of these possibilities. I just feel like we should keep an eye on Steve.
Corporate goon, or sorry, not corporate. This would be more what political goon.
Yeah.
and pervert. A lot of overlap when you think about it.
Probably, yeah. I think if you've got goon in one hemisphere of your personality, I think there might be a little bit if that's what you choose to do for work,
Yeah.
like at least try to be a thug, or a henchman. There's a bit more.
Goonery is just directed perversion.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I would agree. I would agree with that for sure. The party, Sal, the party's coming up soon. Did you want to just is there anything you want to do before we?
I know what I want to do.
What's
And
that?
this is going to sound rather uncharacteristic of me, but you know what? New year, new me.
Let's do it.
I want to eat Steve's lunch.
Yes, yes. He always has these metal canisters. He's like a thermos guy. He always got like a thermos.
He's got big thermos energy.
I at least we got to see with it. We got to see, and I want to taste it.
Yeah.
And maybe humble him a little bit.
Yeah, we'll haze the new guy.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll just pick up. Yeah, just grab your mic. We'll just walk to the fridge. Oh, did you see they hung the new paintings in the hallway on the way?
Oh yeah, wow, very baroque.
Very baroque. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's all we have to say. Everybody knows what baroque means. Everyone can
a lot of
picture
darker colors.
Oh, watch out for the new door. It's very Art Deco.
Oh,
so
wow.
I think
Like
hard edges
age.
and pointy. Yes, yeah. Hard edges, pointy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Oh, watch out for the stairs. They're very, very modern. It's not really stairs at all when you look at it closely.
Yeah, we have a modern staircase down into our break room, and it's very uneven, asymmetrical steps. Honestly, the worst possible staircase you could possibly have. We should be careful on this thing in the future,
For sure.
Okay. Okay, we're coming up on the fridge. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, look at this. We got my lunch here, which is a brown paper bag. There is a bologna sandwich in there. Basically all I can kind of afford right now, and that's it's somewhat tasty. We got your lunch over here, Sal,
which is of course it's a container that I've been growing for a little bit. It's just a small little world.
Oh wow, okay.
I'm just gonna eat that.
You're gonna eat.
It's a lot of probiotics.
Mm-hmm. You're like creating this little cultured little world.
Oh yeah, but don't worry. There's no like civilizations on it. We're talking like Paleolithic era.
Yeah, of course. There's no. I figure a lot of people generally, when they do their little world devouring, they generally try to do it before it's reached the point of sentience.
Precisely. Yeah.
So,
no, I'm more of like a primordial ooze type.
That is the perfect word for the stain you had on your shirt the other day.
Uh-huh.
I could not describe it, but primordial ooze is, I think, the right word for it. Okay. Okay.
It tastes like yogurt, in case anyone was curious. It's just like yogurt.
Okay, here's Steve's lunch. Okay. Yeah, see, I think he puts these stickers on things to kind of like ward people off of like do not open, biohazard. This language I do not
Is that Cyrillic?
Cyrillic? It might be. I think, or it's Aramaic. It's very ancient language. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me a bit of that time we had a mutant fish son.
Oh, yes.
And Dex got abducted by that cult and taken to like a demon world.
It's weird that it reminds you of that, but now that you say it, it reminds me of that too.
Well, just the blood that they smeared on our walls kind of had a similar vibe.
Oh yes, I see what you're saying. It's evocative of ritual and
similar scripture, just and of course it's got this hum coming from. I'll hold it up to the mic. I don't know if people can hear it, but yeah, you hear that hum coming
almost an unnatural heat emanating off of it.
It is warm, and you just pulled it out of the fridge. I don't know why he had a thermos and then he put it in the fridge.
And it's so warm.
It's still so warm. So I don't know. Let's pop this sucker in the microwave.
Pop that sucker in the microwave.
Yeah,
do it.
All right. I don't know.
No jagged metal edges, right? That's the bad part.
I am just gonna take the top off. Ooh, wow. Pressurized. Okay, I'm gonna take the top off.
Well, steam. Look at all that. Wow.
Yeah.
It's just sort of hanging low on the floor. I don't think that's oxygen.
It's kind of spooky. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and punch in, I don't know, like 5 minutes. And we'll eat this, and then we'll get back to the show. Yeah, that'll show Steve. Sucker.
fuck him.
Yeah, screw you, Steve.
Hi everyone, I'm Tom.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Laura.
And we are
Disney Dummies!
Look, we know there are Disney superfans out there, but even the superest of fans could still be Disney dummies.
That's why the three of us are on a quest to watch every single animated theatrical release in chronological order, from Snow White all the way to whatever's out right now.
We dive into each movie in detail, talking about fun facts, talking about the animation, hit you with some hot takes, our favorite reviews on the internet.
We even talk about who fucks.
I still can't believe that's an actual segment.
So join us every second Wednesday for another episode of Disney Dummies.
And Pixar pals when we finally catch up.
Yeah. Brought to you by the fairy tale whimsical depths of the pod cavern.
All right, get behind the desk. Sal, just keep your head down.
Okay.
Okay, Sal, bite down on this ruler. You
gotta pop it back into place.
Pop your shoulder back into place, okay?
Okay.
All right, bite down on this ruler. Okay, ready? 1, 2. It's okay. Breathe. It's okay. Hang on. Oh, I started the recording again, just in case we don't make it out of this, okay?
Okay.
Listeners, for those of you listening, I hope this gets out there, but Sal and I are currently trapped inside the Daily Deposit offices. Whatever we put in the microwave from Steve's lunch, I don't know how would you say, Sal, it mutated. It evolved
into new life, yeah.
Yes. And it has been stalking around the office, and it has been pretty brutal out there. We've lost a couple of co-workers, a couple of visitors with visitor passes. Definitely, it's been bad, guys.
We just had a new contractor start as like a cleaner.
Yeah.
Gone. Just eviscerated.
Paul. Oh God, I liked Paul.
Paul
Not
was
to be
good
confused
people.
with, I think, another Paul we might have mentioned earlier. Yeah. It's fine.
People can have the
and
same
of course,
name.
It's true. It's just real life, guys. And of course, Sal, when this creature emerged from the microwave, we ran up those
Modern
staircase, and Sal took a bit of a spill, popped his shoulder out.
I got my arm caught in one of the circles on the staircase.
Oh, one of the holes?
Yeah, and then it just sort of popped out.
The angle still looks a little odd, but
My arm is backwards, yeah.
Okay, but you can still, okay, yeah, and you're still moving your hand. That's good.
Yeah, I can scratch my back perfectly fine.
Okay, this is good.
But there is like a spot on my front I just can't reach.
Okay, do you?
No, you don't need to
No,
scratch it.
no, it's fine. Do you want me to scratch your? Because you do have another arm. I just figured.
No, I'm not. Once again, I wasn't asking for you to do it.
Just
But I suppose if you're offering,
yeah. Well, you could just hand me the flare.
Okay.
And then I would, and then you could scratch your own.
Okay.
Belly. I'm
just
sorry.
Feels like you're making a big deal out of it now. No, it's fine. I got it.
I'm sorry. I know, and the flare was a good idea. The power went out almost immediately, and so the flare was a good idea. I just figured,
This feels like a weird hill to die on.
No, it's just I'm not going to be able to scratch your itch. Like sometimes you need to scratch your own itch. You know what I mean?
No, I understand.
You need to know the pressure.
Let's just drop it.
Location,
There's bigger things going on at the moment.
Okay. Do you want to hold the flare?
Yes, I want to hold the flare.
Okay, there you go. I'm sorry.
Actually, as we're talking about this, as we're sort of making light of an otherwise very serious situation, I'm realizing that we've previously established in another episode that there's an item in this office that can help us out here. Remember how we talked about we had the iron stock paper, and we needed a laser cutter to cut through. We can find the laser cutter.
That's an amazing idea. Wait, that's the cutter we use to get through Reptile's cell. Okay, no, that's perfect. Okay, it's just the only problem, Sal, is we're back at our desks and the cutting room is on the other side of the office.
Shit.
It's okay. It's okay. You stay here, rest that arm, and I will go alone.
Okay.
Wait. You're not gonna try and stop me. You're not gonna try and offer to come with me.
Well, if we both go and both die, then the podcast is just over.
Okay, well, I appreciate you being so concerned about the podcast. I just figured maybe if we both went, then there'd be less chance that either of us would.
Angus, this is a classic friendship of Theseus. You're going to go out there and possibly die. And assuming you do, I will leave this building and go find a new friend to start a podcast with.
Yeah.
And that friendship will be very similar to this one.
Yeah, but it'll definitely be a new, different friendship.
Will it? That's kind of the whole...
No, Sal, it
kind of the whole thought experiment.
Okay, well, it's a slightly off, but I think... Well, no, I guess you're kind of right. Okay.
If I bring a new co-host onto the show, heroes don't do paperwork.
Yeah.
And they are my co-host and also my friend.
I thought it was a new podcast. You're gonna keep it. It's a
no,
good
I'm
name.
gonna-
It is a
it
good
is a
name.
good name.
It's a good name. You got to keep it. Okay.
Okay,
Well,
you
maybe
go, and then I'll catch up to you.
Okay. Maybe there's something we can do. At another point in the office, maybe you could set off some kind of distraction. Wait, freeze. It's crawling by us right now. Don't move, Sal. Sal's on. You're gonna sneeze?
I'm gonna sneeze.
You're gonna sneeze. Sal, don't sneeze! Sal, run!
Angus, I'm gonna go left, you go right.
Okay. Okay, where am I? He has the flare.
Angus, can you read me? Over.
Sal, yes, I can read you. I think I'm in the file folder room that just houses all the manila envelopes.
Yeah, before we put actual files in them.
Yes.
Just the room where the empty folders are stored, yes, of course.
Yeah, it's an intermittent room for those things. Not a lot to work with. Sal, where are you? Over.
I'm currently in the vents, and I'm making my way to the security room. Okay?
How did you... Oh, sorry, you didn't say over.
Over.
How did you get in the vents so quickly?
Well, do you remember my days as a rugged individualist where I wanted to protect the home front? Over.
Yes. Over.
Well, I prepared the vents for just such an occasion that I would need to protect the Daily Deposit building from intruders. I put a tank top in here and a gun and a pack of cigarettes. Over.
Oh, thank you. That's amazing. Just try to keep yourself safe. I'm gonna try and find, I don't know, a weapon or something to defend myself. Did you notice that thing? It got bigger, right?
Oh, it got so much. Oh, sorry, you didn't say over.
Oh, over.
You're right. It was so much bigger. I'm growing concerned that this thing's not done evolving yet. Who knows what strange abilities it might have. Over.
I think you're right. I think we should take a second to catalog the stages we've seen so far. Okay? So, of course, it came out and it was a slithery, goopy worm. And it was about 2.5 feet long. Over.
Thank you. And then in stage 2, it was quadrupedal. It was crawling around on all fours, and it had a prehensile tongue and a prehensile tail. Over.
Of course, and I think we're firmly in a new third stage right now. It still has not developed eyes or seemingly ears, but it seems to be covered in like a thin membrane that is really, it's like a one big eardrum, I guess. You know, it's very sensitive to vibrations.
And then, of course, there's the...
Over. Sal, you're breaking up. Oh, no, Sal, you're breaking up. Oh, God. Okay. Okay.
I guess. Not sure if... alone... fence... footsteps...
Okay. I gotta find a way to draw the creature's attention away from Sal. Okay, I've got I've just got file folders to work with. Okay, okay. Wait. Okay, this one's kind of plasticky, so it's got a good sound to it. Okay. I'm gonna open the door.
Oh, hey, Angus.
Oh, hey, Sal.
How's it going?
Good. I was just coming to help you. You know, I was gonna try and draw the creature away. You seem.
No help needed.
Okay.
Everything's... The monster's gone, if you can believe that.
Huh. Oh, that's so interesting. Hey, Sal.
We should go grab a beer or maybe a coffee. Certainly something that's savory and bitter.
Sal,
Yes.
I don't drink coffee.
Well, then maybe we could go get one of those favorite beverages of yours.
Sal, where's your walkie-talkie?
Angus, come in. I believe the monster took a bite out of my leg. It transformed before my eyes. It was covered in khaki. Angus, whatever you do, don't trust anything wearing my face. Over.
That was
Angus,
not...
what are you doing with that manila envelope?
Sal, are you there?
Copy that, Angus. I am here.
I threw a manila envelope in its face, and it really seemed to disorient it.
Yes, I'm watching you on the security feed.
Okay, good. You made it to the security room. I don't know what room I just put myself in, but I was able to put a pretty hefty door between me and the thing.
You're in the spare door room.
Oh God, no. Over. Okay. Okay, so this is where we keep all the extra doors.
Yes. Over.
You know what? I might not always say over. I feel like...
How about if one of us misses an over?
Yeah.
The other one just supplies the over.
Yeah.
Over.
Over. Sounds good. Sounds good.
You didn't need
We'll
to
just
say
double
over
up
there.
on overs.
We'll just double up.
No, I
we'll
know,
just
but
start
like...
everything with an over, and then that way
Okay.
we're covered.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Okay. I'm in the extra
You
door
can
room.
start with an over.
No, but because you ended with an over.
Okay, okay, you know what? It's fine. Over.
It's under. Okay. Okay, so I'm in the extra door room, which I think that only puts me 1 or 2 rooms down from the cutting room, right?
Yes, and actually I'm seeing here from an old blueprint. Sorry, I'll get your over now. Over. I'm seeing here from an old...
So the rule is if we want to jump in, we have to start by saying over. Please continue, Sal.
I'm seeing here on an old blueprint that there's actually a door in the room with you that will lead you to the adjoining room. The problem is, it doesn't show which of the many doors in that room with you is the correct door.
Okay, okay, so I'll just start opening doors, and that'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
Okay, I'll open. I know that's the door I came through, so I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna put a little bit of primordial ooze on that door.
Wise. Just mark it. Yeah,
just
course.
Mark it. Okay, cool. I got that one. I'm sorry. I did try a little bit of your world. I hope that's okay.
That's okay. What'd you think of it?
It was good. It was good. No, it was. I was a little not sure about it, but then a little apprehensive, and I tried it, and it is quite good. It's all things,
I think we've missed like 8 overs here, so I'll just get them now. Over.
Good. Got it. Over. Okay, I'm going up to this first door. It's red. There's a green triangle on it. I'm just gonna go ahead and open this up.
Wait, Angus, there's 2 doors into that room.
Oh, no! Okay, Sal, I'm just gonna start running through doors. I saw this on a cartoon once. It should work.
All right. Okay. I see here that you're running out of one door, and then you went across the hall into another. Okay. Okay, now you've come out of a different door somehow, and now you're going down the hallway to another door. But the monster went across the hallway to a door different from yours. Okay,
Now I'm chasing the monster briefly.
right, you're chasing the monster briefly. Now there's another entity chasing the two of you, and the monster realizes that.
Oh no,
it
it's
should be
Ringo
chasing-
Starr.
We're crossing an awful lot of boxes on this episode.
We are. Okay. 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 Sal, I think I'm in the cutting room.
You are, and I'm here with you. Hello.
Hey, wow. What do you
That's
think
actually-
of this manila envelope?
Too flimsy for my liking.
Oh,
I like a
Sal,
nice,
it's
firm manila envelope.
Sal, it's actually you. Oh my god. For a second, I thought it was that thing.
The monster,
that creature.
yes.
The monster, yes. We should probably call it something. Okay.
Oh, we should come up with a name for it. We rarely get to name new life forms.
It's
Let's
true.
take a moment here.
Okay.
It can steal the faces of others.
Uh-huh. It is icky.
It's icky. What about
Simulacrum. Or no,
homunculus?
Ooh, homunculus. Iximile? Like facsimile?
Right, yeah.
Something. Xerox. Oh, we call it Xerox?
Oh, that's just good.
That's kind of a cool name.
Yeah. I can't think it's been used before. So.
And, Sal,
Wait a minute.
What's wrong, Sal? I thought that you should drink one of these fluids that I've gathered for you.
Angus has never once in his life offered me a fluid. Oh, shit!
Sal!
Oh,
sorry.
good, you're in the same hallway
I'm
with
running
me now.
beside you. Yeah,
The monster just named itself. It's calling itself Xerox.
Xerox? It picked its own name. That's kind of cool. I don't know. It stole one of my microphones. I don't know if that's going to come up on the recording or not. Oh, God, it's behind us.
My top 10 favorite people to eat are the ones in this office.
Oh, no, it's evolving into a listicle, the lowest form of journalism. Sal, if we don't stop this thing here and now, it's going to take over the entire world with clickbait, bullshit articles that are just lists of things that are just opinions and not facts. We can't let that happen.
We can. Alright. Angus. I can think of only one way to lure this creature into the laser cutting room, which we're now in front of.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and start trying to do real journalism in front of it. And that should enrage it enough for it to chase me.
Okay.
And I'll lead it right to you.
Are you sure you're okay doing that?
No. Now that you mention it.
Because I can do it if you want.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, fine. Okay, just get ready on that laser, okay? And I don't know, Sal, have something cool to say before you turn it on, okay? Yeah, just think of something cool and pithy before you turn the laser on.
Pithy.
Just
okay.
I'm putting this burden on your shoulders, Sal, because I know you can do it. Okay? I've watched you grow and evolve, not only as a journalist, but as a pretty funny guy on this show. Sal, I know you can do this. Okay? Okay. Wish me luck.
Good luck. Goodbye. Oh, and Angus,
Goodbye.
if you die, I will find another co-host.
I wouldn't...
To keep the memory of the creation of the show going on.
Of course.
It's meant to be like a touching thing. Like, I'm not just going to let your life's work go to an end.
Sal, it is a touching thing.
Good.
I'm going to stand behind you now and shake your hand.
Yes.
Just in case. Ooh, that is still pretty bad. I don't actually think I popped your shoulder back in.
It's very loose.
It's still pretty limp. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wish me luck. I'm just gonna start reading off some articles I've got, seeing if that'll draw this thing out. Frying by the seat of their pants. New Levi's deep fryer pants launch. Scalding hot oil everywhere. I heard something. I think it's getting closer. Regular-sized trouble in little territory. Shrunken kaiju battle wreaks havoc in the miniature district. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna... over here. Come and get me. I have journalistic integrity. I didn't like that at all. Sal, now!
Hey, bitch.
That's good. That's good, Sal. Oh my god. I think we killed it, Sal. I think you killed it.
No.
You're a hero, Sal.
We killed it. Me with my laser, and you with your expert journalism.
Thanks. Feel bad about burning those headlines here and now, but feel pretty good that it definitely spoke to something in that creature. So that's got to be worth something.
Yeah, I mean the fact that that your journalism enraged such a shitty journalist speaks volumes about how good of a journalist you are.
Good, I'm glad. Thank you. I really needed that. Well, I think I hear the sirens coming. We're gonna have to explain this to everyone, but should we go to the Supemas party?
Yeah, I think that would be the right thing to do.
I see what you did there. That's really good. I like that. Hey everybody, Angus here. As always, Sal Bedfellow was played by Matthew Wally. If you like the show and want to support it, or any of the other shows on the Podcavern Network, head on over to podcavern.com and check out our merch store. We've got lots of cool hats, hoodies, t-shirts, stuff like that. Anything you buy there helps us keep the lights on here. Thanks for listening.